Hey everyone, it's Ashley. Welcome back. It is getting freezing here, y'all. I am like a baby when it comes to the cold, so I really just want to be under a blanket right now, so let's just get to it. So shockingly, I'm going to review an eyeshadow palette today. Essence just came out with a couple new little eyeshadow palettes, and if you've seen my other two reviews, they bombed really badly. But I figured I'm going to give them a shot again because this is a new kind of palette. Their old palettes, you would get 16 shades and they retailed for $9.99, and these ones you are getting 10 shades and they retail for $5.99. So when trying to decide which palette I wanted to review, they had like a mermaid palette, they had all these colorful palettes, and so far I have had no luck with their colors. So I picked a boring kind of nude brownish palette, and that is the one that I'm going to try today. This is the Million Nude Faces Eyeshadow Box 1. The front is super cute. It has a bunch of cartoon faces on it, a kitty, a puppy, and when you open it up, it's just really straightforward. You don't need this big palette. Here are the colors, get to it. So I have not swatched them yet. I kind of wanted to swatch them really quick just so you can kind of see my reactions to how these look. So I'm just gonna pull up a sleeve and start with this top row here. First shade is like a very flesh tone, so I'm not expecting to see much from that. Yep, and that's how we're going here. I'm actually gonna fill up two different fingers right now and just go down the line. Okay, not bad. This one probably have to build up a little bit, but that's okay. But this one looks pretty good. Okay, moving down. Yep, that one's a bit patchy. And the last shade in this one is supposed to be like a dark brown. Not terrible. It starts to fade away as the swatch is going, but there's the first row. Not as bad as the two palettes I tried before, which were the Fairy Wings and Magical Things, and I'm with the Band palette. Alright, I'm just gonna wipe this off and dry it off and go to the next row. Alright, I'm picking up three different shades. These are all like sparkle shades. That's not bad. Okay. Okay, much better. Now there's a matte shade. Not bad, y'all. Wow, they must have got some bad reviews or something, because they are much better. Like, they're not the most amazing shades that I've ever swatched, but they're much better. All right, so I'm gonna wipe this off and we will finally get into the test here. Alrighty, so as always, I'm gonna start with my Ipsy L34 Blend Beauty. Go into the lightest brown shade, which has a lot of fallout in the pan, and put this down as my transition shade. And it looks like I'm gonna have to build this up, but that is okay. Guys, please disregard my wretched brows. I am in the healing process of getting ombre brows done, which is a type of microblading. I have said that in my past videos. I am doing a video on it, kind of a progression as they heal, so just please disregard them. Okay, not bad. I had to go in about 3 or 4 or 5 times to get that little bit of shade, but not terrible. Just a little messy. All right, now I'm gonna go in with an Ipsy L50, go into the next deepest brown, and build it up in my crease. And this already has a little bit more pigment than the first one, which is great. The only problem I can foresee with this palette is I'm having to build up, which is fine, but if I'm having to build up and I'm like fairest of the fair, if there's somebody even like a shade or two deeper than me, they are really gonna have to build up. Like, this stuff is not gonna show up on them. So just something to note. Alright, I'm gonna take that same shade on a Morphe M431 and buff it in my lower lash line to smoke it out, hopefully. Okay, now taking an Ulta Crease brush, I'm going right into this deepest shade and packing it on the outside of my eye and then blending it out. gosh, even this deep shade I'm having to build up. Okay, next I'm not even going to mess with the brush with this because I'm probably not going to get much pigmentation. So I'm just going to use my finger, go into this shade and pop it on my lid. Oh, see, that is very, very pretty. All right, I'm going to grab a Real Techniques detailer brush. I'm going to go into this shade, oh my god, which is like crumbling as I go into it, and just see if I can pop it on my inner corner. Oh yeah. It's brightening up a little bit. And let's throw it on my brow bone. Oh my gosh. Okay, so this is a very, very messy palette. That I will say for sure. Okay, really quick, let me go put on some eyeliner, some mascara, and I'll be back to let you know if I think this is worth it. Okay, I am back, and here is the final look. Not terrible, but definitely not the best look I've ever done. So let's see, is this palette worth it? It's really hard for me to make that call because it took a lot of build-up even with the darker shade in my outer corner. However, the shimmer shades swatched beautifully, they wore beautifully, but this palette is very, very messy. It even had a bit of fallout on my cheeks, just a little bit, and it did wipe right off. But, I don't know, I'm so torn. This is way, way better than their other palettes. So they definitely reformulated something and made it better. But you can go out and get either like a teeny 4 quad of the Wet n Wild for $2.99, or you can get an even bigger one for, it's either $4.99 or $5.99, and it's way better than this. So I say if you just want to play around with stuff and try stuff out, then definitely go for it. But if you're on a budget and you can't really afford to be getting something that's not going to work for you, something that you're not going to have to dig into and use a lot of product, then I would stay away from this guy. And that's just me being completely honest. They did come leaps and bounds from their last palette, but I don't know, I don't think I will use this again. So that's just me being completely honest, but I am glad that they are making a step in the right direction. I'm excited to see if they come out with more palettes, how much better those ones will be. Alright, that's it for this video. I hope you enjoyed it. Now go have yourself an awesome day.